The third step in the new award setup process is to enter the project attributes and activate the speed type speed chart. So when you've completed your NOAA tab in the portal, you'll return to the award tab in Spectrum, select the SP link in the associated project panel to complete the attributes on the project side. The first field we'll enter is this project type field. On the General Information tab, select Project Type. If the award is issued to GSU, select one of the 4 GSU exchange options based on the sponsor classification: federal, local, private, or state. If the award is made to GSURF, select one of the 4 GSURF exchange options. This project classification, either federal, state, local, or private, will always be based on who is sending us the money directly. So even if it's federal flow through, meaning we're getting NSF funding through Northwestern University, like in this case, we'll still select private exchange for GSURF here because the award letter states that the award is going to GSURF, and Northwestern is a private institution, and we're always selecting exchange. This warning will come up. This is related to the speed type class field. We can ignore that because we will make any corrections to the speed type chart fields when we get to that step. So we'll say OK. Now you want to make sure you can confirm your start and end dates are correct here. Often these dates can be incorrect if there was an advance account in place before you generated your award. So you may have to change these start and end dates, and you may have to go to the project activities and change your dates there. In this case, they're correct, and there's nothing we need to do to change here. On the project department tab, you're going to enter the project department contact from your portal award notice. So in this case, I'm going to select that here. And we don't have this individual, so I am going to select Cindy Clark. For now, and I can reach out to Tanya to add this individual so that I will be able to select her. So this non-financial contact came over from our F101 record when we selected or corrected the pre-award officer. The subdivision, institution, department, all of these came from our F101 record as well. So as long as nothing's changed from F101 record to this point, these shouldn't have to change. Our financial contact comes over blank, and we need to select the financial officer that will manage this award. In this case, it's managed by Jordan. I'm going to select him. And then our doc ID or sponsor number is our sponsor award number from the agreement. Again, if we don't have one in the agreement, we would enter our con number here, our primary con number, but we do have a doc ID. The frequency is going to be how frequently we bill, and this is an FDP subaward, so it's standard quarterly billing. I'm going to select that there. I go ahead and select Save. My department info also came over for the F&A split. In this case, there is no split. It's just 100% going to Policy Studies Dean's office. If we had a split, I referenced this in the F101 video, but you would have your multiple departments listed here, but they would all include this subdivision. You would need to reach out to the systems team to correct the subdivision on any departments that are in other colleges. Then you're going to move down to the KK begin and end date. And again, if there's an advance account in place, these dates may need to change. So you're just verifying that those are correct. If they're not, you're updating them. And your KK control parent should always be control. KK control child should be track with budget. If you make any changes or just for good measure, you can select update KK and then save. Just another quick note on KK dates. If this is a multi-year award that's being incrementally funded, which this is not the case for this award because it was forward funded, we received all the money up front. But if we were going to receive yearly installments for this award, you would set your KK end date only to the end of year 1. Since this is forward funded, it's all the way at the end of the project, and I'm actually going to add 30 days to make this 7/30/29 because that gives us 30 days to post any additional expenditures through the end of the award and 30 days prior to when our final is due. So I'm going to update that KK date and save. Now I navigate back to the General Information tab, just save for good measure, and I'm going to navigate to Project Activity. When you do that from this panel, your SP will automatically fill in. You'll just select Search. And all I'm doing, again, is verifying the dates on the General Information tab. And I just want to verify that my F&A rate came over from the F101 record correctly, and it did. You can see my effective date that I updated on the F101 is here. You can see there's only one rate line here instead of the 4 that we initially had on the F101 record because we deleted those. So I'm going to save and select this general information link on the top, and it takes me back to my project. I'm going to select Save again. From the General Information tab, we're going to select the Speed Type link here. We're verifying our department number, and we're verifying our program and class codes here. We know this is research. It was entered as basic or basic research 12100, so our program code is correct. Our class code will have to change because though our direct sponsor is Northwestern, and that is a private institution, it is federal flow-through funding. So I'm going to change that to 61400. And as I select that, it shows this is federal flow-through funding from a private institution. So my information is now correct, and I'm going to select Create Speed Type and Speed Chart. This is now grayed out. If for any reason any of these chart fields needs to be corrected, we can no longer correct them as officers. Only Tanya or the systems team can make corrections to these fields. I'll also just note that if you had an advanced account in place when you opened your Speed Type Speed Chart field, it would already be grayed out because the advanced account SP was created. That's where you're always going to want to verify your chart fields and make sure they're correct. And if they are not correct, you would not proceed past this step until Tanya can make that correction. If we post a budget to the wrong department, program, or class field, you have to reverse your budget out and re-enter it once that's fixed. And to save time and lines in the budget in the funding tab, you'll just want to wait for that to be corrected. Now I'm just going to return to my project. I see everything is completed here that we would complete. Just going to double check on my department again to make sure I have everything completed here. Just going to save one more time, and that concludes the project attributes and project Speed Type Speed Chart activation.